Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Page Valley Livin'. We're here at the seasonal location of Darkwood Manor near Downtown Luray, where everyone is gearing up for a big night of frights and screams just 16 days away from Halloween. We're filming on Sunday, October the 15th, but our inaugural episode of Page Valley Living will be airing on Wednesday, October the 18th. I have with me here tonight Lisa Aleshire, who is the acting director for Darkwood Manor, and we'll be talking about the theme of this year's Darkwood Manor and what to expect or not to expect down the hallways this Halloween season. But for right now, we're going to be talking about headlines in just a minute from this past week, but let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Luray Caverns. At Luray Caverns, from well-lighted pathways, explore cathedral-sized rooms with ceilings 10 stories high and walk among huge chambers filled with towering stone columns. Come visit Geology's Hall of Fame, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. And now for headlines. Looking back at the week that was in the Page Valley, 7 speakers approached the podium on Tuesday night to address the Luray Council over concerns about amendments to the town's noise ordinance. Social media rumors ran rampant in recent weeks and raised concerns over local musicians that local performance venues might be shut down. However, nearly every member of the Luray Council assured those in Tuesday's public hearing that the amendments being proposed were not aimed at shutting down the local music scene and were actually prompted by complaints over a large truck idling all night and a rambunctious rooster. Luray Council almost unanimously approve a code amendment for accessory dwelling structures developed by the Luray Planning Commission. 2 speakers addressed the council during the public hearing preceding the vote, both of which endorsed the proposal as a way to open up more affordable housing options within town limits. The Luray Council also unanimously agreed to table the issue of a code amendment to allow the operation of golf carts within town limits with streets with speed limits less than 25 miles per hour. After hearing from 4 speakers during a public hearing and receiving dozens of comments on the issue during a recent online public survey in recent weeks, the council members felt that the feedback was varied, few citizens would use it, and more information was needed before reaching a final decision. Across Page County, the clerk of court candidate Sharon Ballard was attacked just over a week ago by 3 dogs as she approached a home while campaigning. Ballard earned the Republican nomination back in May, and the longtime librarian at James Madison University is involved in a 4-way race for clerk of the Page County Circuit Court. Ballard was taken to the ER after the attack, but appears now to be mending well at home. In business, the Luray-Page County Chamber of Commerce has issued a statement informing members of its Tourism Council that the organization would be changing its bylaws and effectively disbanding the Tourism Council at its annual business meeting scheduled for tomorrow night on Thursday, October 19th. The council's chairman, Bill Huffman, told Page Valley News that the Tourism Council was being disbanded after the county assumed full responsibility for all tourism initiatives more than a year ago under its Economic Development and Tourism Office. In the world of sports, very quickly, it's been a rough fall on the gridiron as both Luray and Page County High Schools currently sit at 1-6 on the season. Both had lopsided losses. On Friday night, Luray lost 42-0 to Strasburg. Page County fell 54-0 at Clark. This Friday night, Page hosts Madison, while Luray travels to top-ranked Central over in Woodstock. In volleyball, both Luray and Page picked up wins last night. The Panthers won 3-1 at Strasburg last Wednesday, while Luray swept Mountain View 3-0 last Thursday. Now, this Thursday night, tomorrow night, the Dogs and the Panthers go head-to-head at Luray for their regular season finale. The last 2 times these 2 teams met on September the 21st, Luray had to come back from an 0-2 deficit. They won 3 straight sets and shocked the Panthers. Tomorrow night's matchup Thursday at Luray High School, 7:15 p.m. In cross country, local high schools had 5 medalists among the top 15 finishers at the General's Cross Country Invitational on October 11th at the Newmarket Battlefield. Luray's Davy Johnson came in second in the boys division, followed by Page County's Aaron Hensley, who came in 5th. Asher Kite was in 11th. In the girls division, Summer Kite came in 10th, while Luray's Maya Cave finished 12th. Now here's a few things to watch coming up this weekend. Saxophonist and vocalist Brent Gordon is performing live in downtown Luray at the Rebecca J. Graves Regional Center for Performing Arts, just a little ways from here at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, October 21st. Although he lives in Vail, Colorado, performing as his profession, hey folks, he's locally grown and he's from Luray and he is fantastic. Musician Kenny Day is also performing at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday night at the Daughter of the Stars Theater at 186 East Main Street in Stanley. The Daughter of the Stars Farmers Market is going to be set up at the Visitor Center in downtown Luray at the Depot from 10 to 2 on Saturday. And don't forget about the Business After Hours. That's going to be tomorrow night, Thursday 19th. Luray Page County Chamber of Commerce is hosting the Business After Hours along with the Luray Downtown Initiative at the Visitor Center from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And now let's turn our attention back to Lisa Aleshire and Darkwood Manor. It is so good to have you here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a spooky place. I have mixed feelings about Darkwood Manor. I come every year. I used to love it, but I would be petrified, and I would just tell the actors, "You can't touch me. You can't touch me." They said, "You can't touch me." But when did you guys start this?
Lewis Brown started it in 2001, first started at the American Legion building in Luray.
Wow, that is over 2 decades. And this year, when was your opening night?
October 6th. So this is our second weekend, yeah.
Your second weekend, and you go Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we're open on Halloween on the 31st. And then we have, what we're doing something new this year is the last weekend, November 4th and 5th, I believe, is blackout. So only one group member will get a glow stick, and the house will be dark.
I won't be here, I don't think. Whoa! Well, I'm going to tell you what. How many people do y'all get here in a night, maybe?
Well, since 2020, we did the time ticketing, so that allows 80 people per half hour, and we've been sold out the past couple of nights. So
wow, and I think I heard you say it one night y'all had over 1,000 people come here.
Yeah, so seasons ago we had over 1,000 people. That was probably about maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
What is it about this haunted house that people talk about, they rave about it online, and they come from long distances, I believe. What is it about this place?
Yeah. So we're a theatrical haunt, and I think that really sets us apart from other haunted attractions. We tell a story. There's a story every year, and it's always something different, and wonderful characters come out of it.
What is this year's theme and the story behind it?
It's the Witherspoon Brothers Necromancer Show.
What in the world is that?
Yeah, they travel to the Blood Realm, where they have awakened the vampires of the Blood Realm.
I don't want any part of the Blood Realm. That sounds rough. Oh my gosh. Well, so let's talk about a couple of other things. Now, one thing I know that you guys are known for is tremendous sets. People say like movie-like sets, and the costumes are just wonderful. How do you do that? Where's that expertise coming from?
Lewis's mind. It is a crazy mind to be in, but he is amazing with all of the little extras that he puts in, all of the little details. It's astounding. I don't even know where he comes up with it, but it's really awesome. How
long does it take to do that? Like, when do you all start working on a season?
So usually during the season, Lewis will come up with the next year's season's theme, and then he takes some time off in the winter, and then February he'll start making the masks, and then in the spring start building the sets. And yeah, so it's a year-long thing.
Y'all didn't just start last couple weeks ago.
Oh no. We've been Lewis and I have creative meetings like in January and February, and we just get started on it pretty early in the year.
And when does it run through?
The last night is November 5th.
November the 5th, and you run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the weekends. Yes. You start at 7 and go till 10?
Till 11 on Friday and Saturday, and then 10 o'clock on Sunday.
And what's the cost?
$20, and that takes you through the manor, and then when you go out the manor, it'll take you into the mine maze.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks amazing. It's starting to get a little dark. It's a little spooky. So I tell you what, will you hang around just 1 minute and play a little game we call 5 W's?
Sure.
All right, hang with us just a second. All right, we're going to visit with Lisa in just another minute, but first we want to take another quick moment to recognize our sponsor, Luray Caverns, where you can hear music of symphonic quality from ancient stone formations on the great stalactite organ, the largest musical instrument in the world. only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. And now back to Lisa and our 5 W's now. This is a little basic quick game we're going to play.
Okay.
It involves the who, what, when, where, and why. Okay? I'm going to ask you 5 questions here. That's where the 5 W's comes from. Who was the scariest horror film character of all time?
For me, in my childhood, it was Freddy Krueger.
I was going to, you know what? He got me with the metal, with the thing. Oh, forget about it.
Gave me nightmares.
Woo! What is your favorite horror movie?
Actually, it's the very first Friday the 13th.
Wow.
Yeah, man, when Jason came out from the water at the very end, I screamed like a little girl.
You are old school like me.
Yeah,
my gosh. You remember a movie called Salem's Lot?
Yes.
My sister and I watched that one time, and oh my gosh, I was quite young and probably too young to have watched it at the time. I think that was the 70s, and whoa, my goodness, that one got me. When do you start decorating for Halloween?
Well, believe it or not, I don't have time to decorate for Halloween.
After all this?
Yeah, and I hate that. I do have a tea towel that has the witch's hat with the brewery stick.
Okay, all right, that's something. Well, where is the farthest point that you've heard that a visitor to Darkwood Manor has traveled from to be here that you've heard of?
I know Connecticut has been one, and I'm pretty certain that somebody even heard about it. They had family over here, but they live overseas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
So that's really cool.
Well, we do live in a tourist town, so that's not too surprising, I guess. And last question, the why. Why is Darkwood Manor important to this season and to this community?
Well, I mean, I've been doing this for 13 seasons, and I started with my 2 kids, and it's just been like a family bonding type of deal. And for the actors, it's a family experience. We're friends and family throughout the rest of the year. For the community, it's just been a staple. It's been a staple for over 20 years. And I just think that it's important to have. It's an outlet, you know. It's really an outlet. It takes you away from the reality of what's happening in the world into 10 to 15 minutes of getting scared.
Well, I tell you what, it really has become an institution in this community. It has grown and grown. I've heard some people say they think it's one of the best haunted houses on the East Coast. I mean, certainly in the Mid-Atlantic area, and I know you guys are going to do well again this year. So, Lisa, again, I want to thank you so much for being here, and you can stick right here by me right now as we close out. I want you to thank you for spending some time with us. We'd also like to thank Eleanor Arrington, our Director of Photography, for the behind-the-camera work this evening, and for all of you for tuning in today. Next Wednesday, we'll be talking with some folks who are organizing Halloween events here in Page County towards the end of the month, and we'll take a look again at the week in review. Don't forget to have your pet spayed or neutered, and visit all our furry friends down at the Page County Animal Shelter and help them find a forever home. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday, and thanks for joining Page Valley Living.